October 6, 1905 in Centerville, California. I went to the University of California, Berkeley. I am a female American tennis player known as the first American-born woman to achieve international celebrity as an athlete. I won 31 Grand Slam tournament titles during my career. I also won 2 Olympic gold medals in Paris in 1924. I was named Associated Press Female Athlete of the Year in 1935.
I'm Babe Ruth. I was born on February 6, 1895 in Baltimore, Maryland. Because of my unruly behavior as a child, my parents sent me to St. Mary's Industrial School for Boys when I was 7. While at St. Mary's, I quickly developed a love for the game of baseball. In 1914, I met Jack Dunn, the owner of the Baltimore Orioles, who offered me a contract. The other Oriole players referred to me as Jack's newest babe, and thus the most famous nickname in sports was born. I began my major league career as a pitcher for first the Orioles and then the Red Sox. On December 26, 1919, I was sold to the New York Yankees, where I became a full-time outfielder. It was there that I began to rewrite the record books. In 1927, I set a new record of 60 home runs in a single season that would last for decades to come. Before I joined the Yankees, the team had never won a major league title. After I joined, I helped the Yankees capture 7 pennants and 4 World Series. When I retired, I held an astonishing 56 major league records, one of which was the most revered of all time, 714 home runs. In 1936, I was put into the Hall of Fame. In the fall of 1946, it was discovered that I had a malignant tumor on my neck. On August 26, 1948, I lost my battle with cancer and died.
Gerald. I wrote The Set of Paradise and The Great Gatsby. I married vivacious Zelda Sayre. I was born September 24th in 1896 in St. Paul. My full name is Francis Scott Key Fitzgerald. I grew up hating the American lifestyle, which is full of materialism and lies. I became an alcoholic, which was my death. In 1937, my financial debts to my agent and my publisher forced me to seek work in Hollywood as a screenwriter for the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer studio. I died of a heart attack in 1940 while working on my 5th novel, The Last Tycoon.
I was born on January 18, 1899. I am an American gangster who led the Prohibition-era crime syndicate. I make $60 million a year from my bootlegging business. I smuggle alcohol in from Canada and operate illegal breweries in Chicago. I also run a network of 10,000 speakeasies. I'm responsible for over 520 gang killings.
Thank you.
Claire Lewis. I was born on February 7, 1885. I'm the first American ever to win a Nobel Prize in Literature. I wrote the novel Babbitt. I ridicule Americans for their conformity and materialism.
Lindbergh. I was born on February 4th, 1904 in Detroit. I attended Wisconsin University to study engineering, but I was more interested in aviation. After 2 years, I left school to become a barnstormer, which is a pilot that performs daredevil stunts at fairs. In 1919, Raymond Ortigue offered $25,000 to the first man that could fly nonstop from New York to Paris. I was drawn to this challenge and thought that I could do it, so I convinced 9 St. Louis businessmen to help me pay for a plane. I called this plane the Spirit of St. Louis. At 7:52 on May 20th, 1927, I took off in the Spirit of St. Louis from Roosevelt Field to cross the Atlantic Ocean. I landed at Le Bourget Field near Paris on May 21st, 1927 at 5:21 p.m. The flight took 33.5 hours, over 3,600 miles. In the years after my flight, America made me its idol until I died of cancer on August 26, 1974.
Dante Scopes. I was born and raised in Paducah, Kentucky, before moving to Illinois as a teenager. I was born on August 3, 1900, and died on October 21st, 1970. In March of 1925, Tennessee passed the nation's first law that made it a crime to teach evolution. I taught my class that we have now learned that animal forms may be arranged so as such to begin with the simple one-celled forms and culminate with group, which includes man himself. The ACLU hired Clarence Starr, the most famous lawyer of the day, to defend me. William Jennings Bryan, a 3-time Democratic candidate for president and a devout fundamentalist, served as a special prosecutor. My trial opened on July 10, 1925, and almost overnight became an international sensation. I was fined $100 when I lost.
Andrew O'Keefe. I was born on November 15, 1887. I was the second of 7 children and grew up on a farm in Wisconsin. I produced intensely colored canvases of New York.